I guess because we landed at midnight, the airport is so scanty. The last time I came, it was very full and bubbly. Guessing by morning, I don't know, maybe because I came down from the plane late. Oh, my ankle is paining me. And I'll never forget Jodo's MMA for loading my bag, my hand luggage. Like I wanted very light hand luggage, but he just loaded it. Hey. So we're on our layover in Doha, Qatar. It's been it's around 3 a.m. Let me check. Yeah, it's 3:13. It's 3:13 by my time, and we are in Doha, Qatar. Right. So the flight itself wasn't stressful. I mean, from what I already envisaged that my son might, feel uncomfortable because it was his first time flying. How was I going to help? In fact, I packed a lot of toys. He didn't really need them. We just used like a stab. You saw in the previous clip, we just used the stab and then we just sat down all through. I thought it was going to be screaming. It didn't do all that. And we're here. I'm just going to gist you about my experience at the MM2 International Airport in Lagos. Those guys there. Anyway, when we arrived, my sister went to park her car and I was waiting for her outside. The guy, I don't know what they call them. You know all these valet. I used to help people to push luggage. The guy had disappeared. He had already said he was going to help me. Disappeared. So by the time my sister got back, I started to push my thing myself. So until I got to the entrance, I realized that anybody could have done it. I just had to pay the token, 2,000 naira, 2,500. I can't even remember. Just a token. So I paid, and we entered. Right. Now the main challenge started when I got to immigration. The checking in and everything was very seamless because I had checked in online. You can do it. My son is having the time of his life. Let me show you this guy. He has not slept a wink since he left Lagos. Let me show you. So I was saying, the checking guys, my bags were heavy. While I was at home, I was weighing it. I was weighing 27, yes. And I knew, especially my brown box, it was very heavy. Very, very heavy. So I knew I was going to pay for extra luggage. I came prepared. For the rates, I didn't know that it was much like that. I had budgeted like 200. Anyway, let's just leave how much I paid out of it. But one thing that I liked that they did, added to the extra luggage, was the priority service that they gave myself and my son. Not because I had a toddler, no. They legit made me jump queue, to check me. I had already checked in, to do my security stamp, then to check me in on Qatar. So when we now got to the Qatar boarding, that was when they now said, priority, mom and toddler. At the airport, they were stressed me. Everybody that boarded Qatar on that day will remember that there was one toddler. Because prior to our getting to the plane, it was legit rolling on the floor. It was just really hyper, and I didn't know how to control. And I had bags. I had my bag, I had my hand luggage, because I had a lot of things I wanted, and I was not ready to drop anything. I was determined to carry everything, right? I had his bag. He didn't carry his bag. He only held his tab. I carried his bag, carried my own backpack, my hand luggage, our winter coats, his toy. This tool could not fit into the bag, so I had to hold it. And he hardly used it. He only played with his dino once. I had to use this too. Anyway, we boarded. Oh, before we boarded, now to the real gist that I wanted to do. So at immigration, I had signed, I'd gotten a consent letter. It was even notarized. I'd gotten his birth certificate and his dad's passport data page. All three I had gotten, which were the requirements, right? Only for me to get there, and the guy at the immigration was saying that our surname did not tally. I'm like, obviously, yes, they don't tally. I'm not married to his dad, but he still is dad. And then he goes, that the surname, that he now called the other guy. I should have clocked it. I didn't clock what was happening there. I didn't clock it. Because it was my first time traveling with him. I had traveled before, but it was my first time traveling with my son. And I knew they used to stress people, but I thought I had mitigated, against the stress by taking the required documents. You get. He now called the other guy. The other guy now called me aside and said he was taking me to the office and blah 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 and whatnot. And I was checking the time. I didn't want to run with my son. I didn't want to miss my flight. My flight was for 3:10, and this was around 2:15 thereabout. These guys delayed me until 3 o'clock. Until 3. As at 3, I was still with them because they said I needed to call my son's dad. We needed to speak with him. They needed to be sure that he is the dad and that he's aware that we are traveling. I'm like, he's aware we are traveling. He knows. I carried him along. He's aware. You have the document, so what else are you asking for? And then he goes, no. I said, well, his dad is not in the country. Last time he told me he was airbound and he was going to Germany or something. I can't even recall, but he's not in the country. Isha went to check. They went to check the record to check if his dad was in the country. Isha saw that the guy, they said something about him stamping in and not stamping out. So I don't even understand that details, right? But he is a dual citizen, so I don't know. And then I go, needed to speak with my son's dad. I was now calling. I couldn't reach him. His number was not connecting. So eventually, after minutes, he now responded to my chat like, what's up? What do you need? I'm in the middle of something. Okay. I now told him that they need to speak with you. So I called him immediately. And they spoke with him and they were now asking him, when's your son's date of birth? When is your kineko? Are you aware he's traveling? He said yes. Do you know where they are going to? He told them. And then they were not asking random questions. They now asked for date of birth. And some men, they are not good with dates. So I was like, remember it's 28th of November. That's how the guy said. He's not talking again. Since I think that I'm smart, I'm already giving him the date of birth. I'm like, excuse you. I was even angry because my own concern is I must not miss my flights. I was checking time. Wait, no time. Then the other one had already called me to the side. He was already talking about money. That's why I knew that I did not clock it quickly. These guys were just doing all this nonsense because they wanted money. So if my son's dad had not picked the call, I would have been compelled to pay like one huge sum when I had just paid extra luggage of hundreds of thousands. I'm like, why do they make things difficult for people like this? You have the documents. Anyway, now said something and blah 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 blah. That other one now took over. The one that was going to talk to me about settling now took over. He now said, that is because of all the experiences they've had. They have loads of cases, blah blah blah. That it's fine. They will let me go. That's how they released also. And now started this race. So apparently those people that helped me with my baggage, another guy was already waiting for me inside to check me in Qatar. So immediately I just started running. I could not put contents. I just started running. I don't know. I feel like I'm whispering because I'm in an open space, and I hope that you can hear me. I just started running, So while I was trying, and my son does not like escalators. He's scared of escalators, so I tried to use the stairs. Mind you, I had all these extra bags with me. So one lady was now coming down the stairs. She now said, "Let me help you with one of the bags." I'm like, who is this angel that God sent to me? I did not believe it. She helped me carry one of my bags. I was not trying to also help me with my son. It shocked me. And she said, okay, she's going to Qatar too. Blah, 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 blah. Then I now saw the guy. The guy was like, Madam, let's go. The guy just said, okay, I should just go to the front. Blah, blah, blah. By the time I got to the front, I said, oh, minor. Blah, blah, blah. But you see that experience with those immigration people, I cried. My God, I cried. That was our experience, Sha. So now we are waiting. The airport is so quiet. Like when we landed at 12 midnight, around 12:10, right? So it's just like a contrast. I've never seen, I've not been here more than once. I've only been here once. And that once that I was here, let me give you guys a gist. So I came in sometime earlier this year. If you're conversant with the gist online, that was when there was a bomb scare, right? There was like a bomb scare. You know when that Iran and Israel ish, I did Qatar. So I came to Qatar. The bomb scare happened on a Monday. I was supposed to fly out on a Tuesday. Am I right? Anyway, one of those things. So they closed all the airports. They closed down the airport. So you know how Qatar airport is. You know how Doha is very big, and it's like the hub of a lot, meeting point for a lot of planes. So by the time I got to the airport for my head, if you see the multitude that was at the airport on that day. So coming in today, and then this place is scanty. It's just like a contrast for me. So you get what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. It's just like a contrast because that day people were legit sleeping on the floor. Their children were sleeping on the floor. Because of all the flight cancellation, rescheduling, and all that. And I come in today, and everywhere is so quiet. And I'm like, is it because it's midnight? Everywhere is so quiet. I might just do an airport tour for you. I'm tired. My legs are aching, so I might not walk far, but I'll try. I also cannot leave my son alone, and I cannot leave my luggage. So maybe when we are going to our gates, our check-in gate, and I just do like a quick short video. But that's that for now. I'm hoping that the next leg of this flight is as seamless with this boy as possible. Honestly, I'm going to sleep on that flight. It's how many hours? I think it's 14 hours or 12 hours. Between 12 and 14 hours. A very long ass trip like that. So I am going to sleep, and I make sure that this boy sleeps too, because he hasn't closed his eye. We both haven't closed our eyes since we left home, since we left Lagos. So that's that for now. I'll see you in my next clip. Love you. Look at this boy on the floor again. They're all empty everywhere. My crib for the day. My crib. The next activity. Even most of the stores are locked. There's a gate here. That's another gate. I feel like most of the stores are locked. Honestly. So empty. Unusual. Feels very unusual.
Million little miracles, million little miracles, million little miracles. Count your miracles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. Billion little miracles, yeah. A million little miracles, a million little miracles, yeah. Million little miracles. Count your miracles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. Yeah, I can't even count them all. I can't even count them all. I can't even count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. I can't even count them all. Too many to count. I can't even count them all. I can't even count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. I believe in miracles. I believe in.
So it's been about 15 hours and we haven't slept. Firewari, say hello. Good job. So we haven't slept at all. This guy has not closed his eyes since. I'm sure that the first thing that we'll do once we get on that plane to Toronto is sleep. Like, look at him. First thing we'll do is sleep. So um, I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to close my eyes. And it's a very long trip. Very, very long. Jesus is going before us. Amen.
We believe it. If you said it, hey. If you said it, we believe. A man of your word. If you said it, we believe. Everybody rock like. A man if you said it, we
Hi, babes. So it's about 2 hours before we land. So I want my face to be a bit moisturized. So I came in, I brushed my teeth like some minutes ago. I didn't take my camera. It's been such a long ride. And I don't know why. There's something I just noticed on airplanes, right? Maybe it's because it's a long journey. People are just fat. Jesus Christ. They're just fatting anyhow on the plane. So annoying. I want to use my sheet mask, my face mask, then would get ready to land. I'm grateful to God for this opportunity, for this journey. It's been very smooth. My son has been very cooperative, although he has started pushing those in front of him with his leg. They've been very calm, sha, but if not me, I would on the events because can't I sleeping? Can't I sleeping? Please. Anyway, I know other people are waiting to use this place. I'm just going to make it. go outside. It's time to start praying. It's time to start praying. So, where is the rest? Next time you go to see my face, most likely be when we get to the house. Because I'm already tired. Thank you so much for taking our time to watch. If you have not subscribed, please kindly hit the subscribe and like button. It's been a lot of work for me to do these videos. So please and please support your girl. Support me. Support your girl. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification button. I'll see you guys when I set. Thank you so much for watching. I don't take it for granted. Bye.